Howdy, y'all. How y'all doing out there? Good. You know, it's a little dark. I'm sorry you're not going to be able to see my bright, shining face. But I just wanted to make this video for y'all and put this out there because, you know, I've been trying to get this done for a few days, and, you know, stuff, well, look how, you know, life's crazy. I mean, I'm out making videos in the dark. I got to get in where I can. You know, I got a real problem. Yeah, I see this on a daily basis. And, you know, what I want to talk to y'all about here is the pussification of America. What exactly do I mean by the pussification of America? Well, what is this bull of, you know, we got to make everybody feel loved, and we got to make everybody feel accepted. We got to tell everybody they've done a good job. I mean, why is it you want to give little Timmy and little Bobby and little Ricky, why is it you want to give them trophies for participating? You know, you starting kids out with the wrong thought and the wrong thought process in life. Oh, well, here, it don't matter whether you win or you lose or you show up or you apply any effort. Here, we're just going to give you a trophy anyway. You know, and everything in these schools and whatnot, it's gotten all this standardized testing, and, you know, we don't want to make nobody feel bad. We don't want to make nobody feel like, oh, they're smarter than somebody else, or this one's better than somebody else. In this day, you know, you got a problem with your football position or your baseball position, your basketball position, you know, all you got to do is send your daddy down there to bitch, you know, and they got to change everything because, you know, they don't want to make, you know, they don't want to ruffle nobody's feathers. You know, now everybody's parents, they got to come down to school, they got to bitch. It's the same thing in school now. You get a bad grade, or, you know, you don't show up half the time, or you're late all the time. You know, mama, daddy, somebody come down to school and they, you know, they get a little loud, and, you know, now all of a sudden it all goes away. Hey, well, guess what, Haas? You know, you go through life, you know, getting trophies for participating, for half-ass effort and showing up half the time. And then all of a sudden you grow up and you get out of school and you get out in the real world, you know, and your fucking boss kicks you in the balls and you lose your job. And now you're wondering, well, geez, what happened? Well, you know what happened? It's called a sense of entitlement. Because, you know, you've been coddled your whole entire life because everybody's been telling you you've been doing a good job, when really the fact of the matter is you fucking suck. And you know why you suck? It's because your lame-ass, half-hearted, slap-happy attempt at fucking life. And why is that? Because at the end of the friggin' year, no matter what, you're still gonna get rewarded. Well, guess what, Haas? That's not how life works. Life is not a spectator sport. You know, you get in what you put in. You ever hear the mantra, you know, no deposit, no return? Well, ain't that the truth? You know, people say to me, you know, nowadays, you know, everybody's jealous of everybody. Oh, well, you know, Billy over there, well, you know, he's got a nice truck, you know, JD, he's got a nice bike, and, you know, and Rob, and, you know, he's got a big house, he's got a bigger house than me. Yeah, you know why? Because he worked harder than you. You know, there's no reward for hard work no more when you can just get a trophy and you can get a pat on the ass just for showing up. Hey, thanks for showing up and being a fucking loser. You know, and then you wonder why we raise a generation of people like Black Lives Matter and the goddamn heroin addicts and the meth heads, and, you know, you wonder why everybody's overdosing on drugs and why everybody's a thief and everybody's a junkie. Oh, man, it makes my blood boil, you know. It just, I see it every day. I've seen it for years. It drives me nuts. You know, I spent a lot of years, you know, coaching youth football and youth sports, and, I got out of it because, I can't, I plain can't deal with people no more. Every little kid, everybody got a wise ass, a smart ass mouth. Everybody knows a better way than the coach. Everybody's smarter than everybody else. Well, guess what? That's not the reality of it. And then we raise a group of folks that grow up, and then all of a sudden we wonder why. Well, shit. Everybody's on welfare. Yeah, everybody's looking for a handout. Well, by God, that's because ain't nobody ever taught them the value of hard work. We raise these kids, these young people in their whole lives, and the whole formidable years that you're supposed to be shaping them and molding them into young human beings and young productive members of society. And then people grow up and they realize, oh shit, I'm gonna have to do something. Man, this sucks. I better start protesting and shooting cops and fucking burning shit down. Because I don't want to have to. And furthermore, I got all the time in the road. I got all the time in the world to stay in the middle of the road and block your way to work, because I ain't got a goddamn thing to do tomorrow. And why? Because the government's gonna pay me to sit home on my big fat happy ass watching my 70-inch TV, eating Cheetos and drinking 40s. Well, meanwhile, the rest of the productive members of society, we're out there busting our ass to pay for it. Which brings me to something else. This whole thing, I don't like to get into my thoughts on presidents, and well, maybe I do. That's kind of a lie. Hey, but anyway, what is this? Well, geez, Billy, maybe you're going to have to give up your piece of the pie so Ronnie can have a piece. Well, fuck Ronnie. Tell Ronnie to get up off his fat ass and get out there and get a job and work for it just the same way I done did. You know what? You are not entitled to what I have earned. It gets my ass in a real uproar. And then we got a government, and we got government officials and people and whatnot, supporting this ideology of telling you that, well, shit, it's okay, JD will just work harder, he'll just work harder. We'll take more of his money. You don't feel like going to work? Oh, fine, that's fine. We'll just run it right up his ass, and we'll take his check. It's complete and total nonsense. And then everybody wonders why we live in an upside down country of chaos and bullshit. It's absolutely mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. Stop bitching, stop crying, stop complaining, stop protesting, get off your ass, get a goddamn job, You don't get what you're given, you get what you earn. And if you don't work, and you don't work hard enough, and then all of a sudden you want to bitch and say, well, geez, why does he have a bigger house and he's got a nicer truck and he's got a motorcycle and a boat? Well, you know why? Because he busted his ass for it. Have some damn pride, have some integrity. This used to be a country full of hard-working folks. I grew up in a time, where my daddy and my granddaddy and my grandma, these people worked their fingers to the bone, and that's what made this country great. And you know what? Until that starts happening again, no deposit, no return. You got an entitled generation, an entitled bunch of people that's sitting around on their ass collecting a check for doing absolutely nothing, and it's perfectly acceptable. Until that changes, we're going to continue to live in a world of chaos and in a world of fighting and a world of hate. We need to start at the youth level, start teaching values again, start teaching work ethic and hard work, Start teaching people to go out there and get after what's theirs. Well, everything's yours. I don't want to hear nothing about, you didn't have the same rights as somebody. That's bull. Man, I know people that come out of schools that ain't worth a lick of shit, that grew up to be lawyers, grew up to be cops, grew up to be teachers, grew up to be successful entrepreneurs, successful small business, medium-sized business people. They done all kinds of things with absolutely nothing, because the result is determined by your effort, you know? And that's just it. I got to get off of here before my damn head explodes. You know, anybody got something to say, you want to chime in, you know, give me some info on what you want to see me pop off on next. I got all kinds of opinions, and I ain't afraid to share them. And I'll give it to you just how it's coming. All right? Take care, y'all. Go out there and work your ass off and have a great day. All righty? Peace, y'all.